9 amazing facts about kangaroos. 1. Male kangaroos like to show off. A study in the Biological Journal of the Linnean Society showed that female kangaroos like a little muscle on their romantic partners. Male kangaroos with larger biceps seem to have more success with mating, and some have even been spotted flexing their guns to attract attention. 2. No, the word kangaroo.did and single quotes T come from a mistranslation. A lot of people think the English word kangaroo emerged after Captain James Cook had his ship repaired in what is now Cooktown, after it was damaged on the coral reef. There are a couple stories here, but one of the most prominent is that Cook asked a local what the animal was, and the local responded with what sounded like kangaroo. The word supposedly meant, "I don't know," but that was debunked by linguist John B. Haviland's study on Gugu Yimithir, the language of the area. There's a debate over what Cook wrote in his journal to describe the animal, but it was later found that Kangaroo does refer to a species of kangaroo in Gugu Yimithir. 3. Kangaroos are different from wallabies. While kangaroos, which grow to about 8 feet tall, are much bigger than wallabies, which stand between 12 and 24 inches tall, there's more to it than just size. A wallaby has brighter coloring than a kangaroo, and they also have different teeth, which is how scientists distinguish the two. Wallabies also eat leaves, while kangaroos prefer grass. 4. There are terms for kangaroos, depending on their sex and age. For many animals, are the largest males are bull known to hawks, while females are specially designed for it, and use their tails occasionally apply to kangaroos as well. But why do they do that? They're also referred to as jacks or boomers for it's the most energy-efficient way to get around, females, which is important. Young kangaroos have to cover large distances with little food or water, and a group of tree kangaroos are called a colony. They're also pretty good at swimming. It's the only time they can move their hind legs independently of each other. Other than when they're in the water, they really can't get around on all fours. 6. Kangaroo meat is a traditional food. Kangaroo meat was a source of food for Aboriginal people. Their meat is thought to help combat obesity because it's really lean, about 2% fat. If you want some, though, you'll have to be careful how you get it. Kangaroos are protected by federal legislation in Australia, and their meat usually only comes from specially licensed hunters as a part of population control programs. 7. Cars and kangaroos don't mix. Kangaroos are sort of like the Australian equivalent of deer. They get confused when they see headlights of cars and end up jumping in front of them. Kangaroos are much faster and heavier, though, so the impact can be much worse. To help solve this problem, cars that frequent areas without roadside assistance can be fitted with roo bars similar to bull bars to limit damage. 8. The mascots of several U.S. universities are kangaroos. Kangaroos represent colleges and universities across the U.S. Austin College in Sherman, Texas, had its mascot supposedly come from kangaroo courts, where upperclassmen would try freshmen. The University of Missouri-Kansas City's debate team picked their mascot back in 1936, and the University of Akron in Ohio's female kangaroo Zippy even won the Capital One Mascot of the Year in 2007. 9. Kangaroos aren't confined to Australia. Although they're definitely the symbol of the nation, kangaroos aren't only found on the Australian mainland. You can also find them in nearby Tasmania and New Guinea. Occasionally, they can also be found in Europe and America, but that's usually only if they break out of zoos.